The following production is part of the Play Some Video Games podcast network.
Hello everybody, we are coming to you live from sunny Los Angeles for the first annual PSVG Game Awards, also known as the Donnies. Now, you might have heard of the Grammys or the Oscars. It's kind of the same thing, but we have a gold Donnie statue, which some might say it's even better. Not necessarily me, but some people might say that. It is I, your host for this year, Kevin Austin, and with me, my co-host this evening, you might know him from a little show known as PSVG OT, Mr. Devin Tyus. How are we doing this evening, sir?
We are doing great, Kevin. Good evening. Yes, it is still sunny out here in Southern California, Los Angeles. It is great. We're about to have an amazing award show. We've got some really great nominees, and I'm just really excited to see all the winners today.
I know, me too. And I will say, okay, I give it up. You know, you always talk about how great California is, and it's nice to be here. I appreciate it. It's still sunny, even though if I was home, I would have been asleep for like 14 hours already. So it's kind of weird, but I'm digging it. But let's talk about tonight's ceremony before we get into the actual awards. So, you know, the biggest names in the gaming industry is in attendance this evening, and we have our star-studded red carpet entrances here. We've seen the likes of Miyamoto, Kojima, Wario64, Suda51. Did you see the t-shirt Phil Spencer has on this evening, Dev? It was truly something to behold.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what the people think of when they see that t-shirt, because that always means something big, and I can't wait for the people to see that.
That's true. Good choice. But I mean, I think clearly the best dressed we had this evening would have to be a toss-up between Jason Lacey and Coach Mo. Jason with the beard. I don't know if he's using like beard oils or what he's doing, but it was glistening. It was like the beard of Zeus. And then Coach Mo rocking the classic sleeveless tuxedo jacket. I mean, he's got to let those guns breathe. But I mean, I think it's safe to say either way, the real winners on the red carpet were us for witnessing all of that this evening.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about the beard of Zeus, I mean, you can mean nobody else other than Jason Lacey. And boy, the sleeveless tuxedo jacket with shorts, I mean, who else can pull that off but Coach Mo?
That's true. He's the Pharrell of this award ceremony easily. And before we jump in, we do have to make some note of our sponsors here this evening. G Fuel provided the swag bags for people in attendance this evening. Lots of new flavors in there, some different games that were nominated here. And then, unfortunately, not everything in the bag can be great. We do have PlayStation Classics in here, but it is what it is. But anyway, we have a lot to cover this evening, so let's get right into it, everyone. Welcome to the PSVG Game Awards. Now, as we make our way into the arena, we're going to pause for a quick moment for a word from our sponsor.
You should definitely check out Marvel Contest of Champions. You build your ultimate team of champions and collect the mightiest heroes and villains from all around the Marvel Universe. It now includes the Fantastic Four, including Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. Marvel Contest of Champions is available on the App Store and Google Play. It's clobbering time.
All right, our first award this evening harkens back to the glory days of gaming, whether it was playing Tetris in that pea green color on your Game Boy, or maybe settling a score with friends in Dr. Mario. Puzzle games have stood the test of time as a staple in the gaming industry. While they all may differ in style, they give us lighthearted and often quick experiences we can just pick up and play, and then throw the controller at the wall in frustration. The nominees for Puzzle Game of the Year are
Lumines Remastered by Resonair. We have Tetris Effect by Resonair and Monstars Incorporated, The Gardens Between by the Voxel Agents, Donut County by Ben Esposito, and Unravel 2 by the Coldwood Interactive. And your Game of the Year for Puzzle is Lumines Remastered by Resonair.
And accepting the award on behalf of Resonair is Donnie Reese from the Nintendo Shack.
Perfect blend of puzzle and rhythm video game genres, Lumines. The mix of color-based Tetris block management that constantly change and evolve with the beat and speed of the next jazzy, disco, or electronica song of the next stage. There's a reason it was the best portable game of 2005 on the PSP, and for good reason. It's better than ever now, in full 1080p resolution and 60 frames per second on your favorite gaming platform of choice. On behalf of Resonair and all Lumines fans everywhere, I thank you for your recognition of great gameplay, and I am honored to accept the award for Best Puzzle Game in 2018, Lumines Remastered.
Role-playing games take us on epic journeys through lands as we battle giant fantastical beasts. We spend hundreds of hours exploring and fine-tuning our party and characters, finding the special gear we need to take down the big bad, or finding just the right spell to make things even better. From Final Fantasy to Fallout, from Earthbound to The Witcher, these are all fine crafted tales we choose to get lost in, and in 2018, that was no different. Here are the nominees for RPG Game of the Year.
Octopath Traveler by Square Enix, Ni no Kuni 2 by Level 5, Valkyria Chronicles 4 by Sega, Dragon Quest XI by Square Enix, and Divinity Original Sin 2 by Larian Studios.
And the winner is Octopath Traveler, Square Enix. And accepting the award on Square Enix's behalf is Caro from the Nintendo Shack.
Thank you so much. On behalf of Square Enix and their development team, it is my honor to receive the award for Octopath Traveler. Let's face it, hands down, one of the best RPGs of this generation of games. The developers worked extremely hard to bring a wonderful cast of characters to life in an old way, but with a new twist. Their use of Unreal Engine 4 with pixel art is extravagant to behold and really paid off visually in the end. Not to mention, we have been sucked into this wonderful world for hours and hours of time and are still left. Here's to hoping that the group of 8 stays together through thick and thin, and maybe thank you.
Indie games are bigger and bigger each year. Sometimes the smaller studios have the edge when it comes to designing a game. Sure, they may not have the large teams or the huge budgets, but what they do have is the artistic freedom to chase what they want to do. Something a little different, to blaze their own trails and change what we consider a video game to be. The nominees for Indie Game of the Year are
Hollow Knight by Team Cherry, Celeste by Matt Makes Games, Dead Cells by Motion Twin, Beat Saber by Beat Games, The Messenger by Sabotage Studios, Moonlighter by Digital Sun, Overcooked 2 by Ghost Town Games. And the winner is Hollow Knight by Team Cherry.
And accepting the award on behalf of Team Cherry this evening is the host of Flux Depose, Mr. Lucas Rose.
Hollow Knight, a descent in the dark lands of a forgotten kingdom of insects and heroes. Players are tasked with defeating difficult enemies and bosses, mastering treacherous platforming sections, and making interesting use of their powers to discover all the secrets contained within. Known for its brutal difficulty level, more than one gamer has surrendered their controller and abandoned this ruthless quest. But for those valiant players who spend their hours chipping away at the corners of this merciless game, well, they become honed insect-slaying champions. Exploring the far reaches of the realm with your trusty nail, discovering artifacts that bestow upon you new abilities, and conquering foes that grow more and more challenging the farther you traverse the eerie and ghost-like world. With tight controls, beautiful art and music, and game design that harkens back to titles such as Metroid and Castlevania, it's no wonder Hollow Knight wins PSVG's Independent Game of the Year.
Now, storytelling is an art form that transcends age, race, and culture. It goes right to the heart of the human experiences. There are several reasons why storytelling has been a part of our culture through the ages. It is used to communicate experiences to other humans, honor supernatural forces, make sense of the world, record the actions and characteristics of our ancestors for future generations, satisfy a need for play and entertainment, settle arguments, or even just teach life lessons. A great story can capture your imagination and put you in the shoes of some of the most amazing journeys you could possibly imagine. The nominees for Best Story in a Game are
God of War by Santa Monica, Detroit Become Human by Quantic Dreams, Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games, Far Cry 5 by Ubisoft, Octopath Traveler by Square Enix.
And the winner for Best Story is Santa Monica Studios with God of War. Accepting the award on behalf of Santa Monica Studios is co-host of Bored with Video Games, Josh Borbone.
Wow, a Donnie. I can't believe it. We win a Donnie for Game Story of the Year. What an accomplishment. I'm just here accepting on behalf of God of War, who couldn't be here because, he's out in some Norse mythological land fighting demons, or who knows, maybe just chopping wood and cooking soup for Atreus, who is probably ungrateful for it. But, that's what kids do, especially those tricksters. We're so happy that we could be in this category, and we're acknowledged by the PSVG game crew. Man, those guys, they work just as hard as Kratos at raising a son. but I kid. Anyways, thank you so much. We really hope to put out more quality content in the future with God of War 2. I know you already saw God of War 2, but you know what I mean. We'll call it God of War also. But you know it's coming, and we can't wait to share more great stories and more adventures of Kratos and the boy.
Music has the power to touch us in ways that few things can. It energizes us when we need a boost, soothes us when we feel stressed, and our favorite songs will cheer us up no matter how blue we're feeling. As babies, our mommies rocked us to sleep with lullabies. As children, we learned our letters singing the alphabet song. And as teens, we found our identity through music that seemed to speak to our very souls. As gamers, music is used to enhance the environment, set the tone, sculpt the experience. This year's nominees for Best Music are
God of War by Santa Monica Studio, Octopath Traveler by Square Enix, Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games, Destiny 2 Forsaken by Bungie, Faye by Zoink Games, Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo. And the winner is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo.
And accepting the award on behalf of Nintendo is Food Network star Justin Warner.
Wow. I am just overjoyed to accept this award on behalf of Nintendo and all of the people that brought such great music to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, with 876 tracks, you would think we would get an award, but nothing is guaranteed. Just like when you hit someone and it flashes as though you KO'd them, and you didn't actually KO, that's positive KO. But please, I digress. People we have to thank. I mean, Nintendo, of course, Bandai Namco Studios, Sora Limited. Masahiro Sakurai for giving us everything except for Gino and that guy from Dragon Ball. Producers Shinya Saito, Yoshito Higuchi, amazing work, way to produce. Can't forget my programmer pal, Tetsuyo Toguro, artist Yusuke Nakano. And, Hideki Sakamoto with that incredible main theme. Loved his work in Yakuza. And, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and thank all of the various IPs that were involved in this. First off, the original for Smash Brothers, the Super Mario Brothers, kind of a classic. Mario Kart, so upbeat, really brought a lot to it. Hate the cars on the stage, though. Yoshi, so wonderful, so cute. Donkey Kong, love those jungle beats. Wario, flatulent, but hey, we love his wares. Legend of Zelda, I mean, I don't really need to say more. Metroid, I mean, how could you forget that? I mean, Kirby, such a pleasure. Certainly the biggest foodie of the Nintendo universe, so we got a shout out to that IP and their soundtrack. Star Fox always gets me exhilarated. Pokemon, I mean, come on, I pretty much shed a tear every time I hear that song. F-Zero, Sonar, absolutely shreds. Pretty much the best metal soundtrack ever. Ice Climbers, I've never really paid any attention to their music. Honestly, don't really know why that was included, but still, really great addition for that one level that their music is used on. Fire Emblem, for all the weebs out there. Game & Watch OG, it was really incredible that they used a Casio watch to make an entire Game & Watch score. Kid Icarus, how incredible was that? Peakman, Animal Crossing, so great, so wholesome. Wii Fit, very mellow and calming. When you're going to salute the sun, you have to have Wii Fit. Punch Out, that was great. Loved that growing up. That really took me back. What an incredible soundtrack. Xenoblade Chronicles, never played it. Seemed too grindy, but I'm really feeling it now. That was a Shulk joke. Duck Hunt, love that, and that snarky dog. Splatoon, probably actually the best IP in all seriousness, with the best music in probably the past 10 years. Metal Gear Solid, thank you so much for what you brought to the table. Sonic the Hedgehog, gotta go fast. Mega Man, I've never actually been a real big fan, so whatever. Pac-Man, always into it. Street Fighter, love that. Beaten up car music, that was great. Final Fantasy, that You Just Won music always gets me pumped. Bayonetta, actually disappointed that they didn't include that Frank Sinatra song, but okay. Castlevania, Without You, Where Would Metroid Be? Monster Hunter, I didn't know that it had a soundtrack. I thought it was just monsters. And then just to Nintendo in general. Thank you all so much. Once again, so glad that I could be a part of all of this. This has really been...
Oh, all right, Justin. Man, the guy wins Food Network Star one time, and he just thinks he could... Anyway, moving along with the show. Now, PlayStation had a big year with some amazing experiences, from Kratos' journey in God of War to web swinging your way through New York City in Spider-Man. Whether you're a cowboy or an android, these are the titles for PS4 Game of the Year.
God of War by Santa Monica Studio, Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, Detroit Become Human by Quantic Dream, Guacamelee 2 by Drinkbox 2, Far Cry 5 by Ubisoft, and Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games.
And the award goes to Spider-Man by Insomniac Games. And accepting this award on behalf of Insomniac Games is the host of the PlayStation Experience podcast, Seth Roy.
With great power comes great responsibility, and it is my duty as the leader of the premier PlayStation podcast in the PSVG network to accept this award on behalf of Spider-Man. In a great year for gaming overall, and a great year for exclusive games over on the PlayStation console, Spider-Man rose above the rest to claim this top spot. It has a wonderful story, brings a iconic character to life in the best way yet. The performances are tremendous. The open world is brimming with fun things to do and baddies to fight, and the story is a surprisingly emotional story, and it is just an all-around great game. So again, thank you to all those who voted for Spider-Man to be the PlayStation 4 Game of the Year. It is well-deserved.
Okay, everybody. Xbox One. We all know it. We all love it. From Game Pass to backwards compatibility, Phil Spencer has been on a quest to get back to the top of the gaming food chain. There was a lot to celebrate this year. Let's take a look at the nominees for Xbox One Game of the Year.
Forza Horizon 4 by Playground Games, Sea of Thieves by Rare, State of Decay 2 by Undead Labs, Nier Automata by Platinum Games, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice by Ninja Theory, Far Cry 5 by Ubisoft, and Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games. And the award goes to Forza Horizon 4 by Playground Games.
Accepting on behalf of Playground Games is the host of State of the Xbox Empire, Mr. Nathan Thomas.
Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is amazing. Look at this award. Look at the size of it. You know, for an award that is called the Donnies, I didn't know what to expect, but this is definitely much bigger than I was anticipating. But this thing's amazing. Oh man, just even to be nominated this year, such an honor, you guys. There were so many great games. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, this is so unexpected. I thought Sea of Thieves was really, gonna come in this year with the innovation that they showed. They had such a rare vision that they executed on. It was just, it was a tough sea of games out there, right? And you, State of Decay 2, you guys, I mean, there had to have been so many undead in those labs in that level. It was just so good to see you guys back again this year. There's so many games on the Xbox One, and we are truly fortunate to find ourselves on such an island of greatness. It's fantastic. Even in a year with rock star performances in Red Dead Redemption 2, that Forza Horizon 4 was able to enter this playground of games and race off with the first place finish is truly a barn find like no other. Thank you to there's so many people that we want to thank. To the Queen, thank you so much for allowing us to drive all over that beautiful country. It's truly stunning in 4K. Thank you, Phil Spencer, for believing in Forza Horizon 4, for being the fuel for the engines. Thank you to the Xbox One X. Oh man, it's so great how beautiful the cars look in 4K. It's stunning, it's gorgeous, and it plays and drives like a dream. Thank you to the many meteorologists that helped program the weather in this game. For each season, whether it was right or wrong, it was great to see you guys involved. And, of course, Master Chief, thank you. you know why. And thanks to all the many new players that gave Forza Horizon 4 a shot for the first time because of Game Pass. Such a great program, and so glad that you guys were able to experience this. We, of course, would be remiss if we did not thank Bill Gates. So for us here at the Xbox Empire, we are truly humbled to accept this prestigious honor on behalf of Playground Games for Forza Horizon 4. Thank you. Oh, and John, if you're listening, it's time for bed. It's time to turn the Xbox off. You can finish that fight later. Thank you.
Seems like you couldn't go anywhere this year without seeing a Nintendo Switch, or go online without seeing some story about it. During this, its second year in the market, Nintendo Switch has continued to make all the right strides in once again becoming the flagpole that Mario slides down at the end of the stage that we all know and love it to be. Nintendo continued to do what it does best, pull on our nostalgic heartstrings. The nominees for Nintendo Switch Game of the Year are
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee by Game Freak, Celeste by Matt Makes Games, Octopath Traveler by Square Enix, Hollow Knight by Team Cherry, and Kirby Star Allies by HAL Labs.
And the award goes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo. And accepting on behalf of Nintendo is the host of Flux to Pose and the Nintendo Shack, Jason Lacey.
It is my pleasure on behalf of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that I, Jason Lacey, accept this award from the Nintendo Switch Game of the Year of Super Smash Bros. We have the frame data, we have the characters, we have the songs, we have the music, we have all the things that make this the game of the year. We have the wave dash, we're showing you the moves, show you the moves. Just like Falco says, it's a piece of cake. This is ours, the award. We're thrilled. I mean, what else did we have on the Switch? We had Pokemon? Come on, get out of here. Indies that release on other platforms doesn't even count. Smash Brothers, beyond a shadow of a doubt, it crushes it. It wins it all. It is the rightful deserving game of the year. It's my game. I play it all the time. So, well, of course, it's me doing this, accepting this speech. Kevin asked me to. I said, of course, I'll do it. Sakurai, you put all the hours in, but I mean, I get the credit. I mean, it's what I do. So, thank you. Thank you, PSVG, for bestowing us this honor, this Game of the Year for Nintendo Switch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate!
Now, action-adventure games are, well, they're something to behold. They're experiences between good versus evil, right versus wrong, Xbox versus PlayStation. You never can tell where this is going to go, but action-adventure is a staple in the gaming industry. It's something we know and love that we just cannot get enough of. And this year's Action Adventure Game of the Year nominees are
Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games, God of War by Sony Santa Monica, Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, Assassin's Creed Odyssey by Ubisoft, Monster Hunter World by Capcom, and Far Cry 5 by Ubisoft. And the award goes to Spider-Man by Insomniac Games.
And accepting on behalf of Insomniac Games is host of the Nintendo Shack, Donnie Reese.
I am beyond thrilled to be up here right now representing Insomniac Games, studio behind the likes of Spyro and Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, Sunset Overdrive, and now Marvel's Spider-Man. Insomniac has always had a legacy centered around great gameplay. They make games that are fun to play. But with Spider-Man, they've exceeded all expectations by marrying their amazing talent for great gameplay with an incredible single-player narrative that's focused on a universe as rich as Marvel's Spider-Man. Just done. Blow it out of the water. Did an amazing job. It doesn't matter if you're cracking codes in the lab or swinging across the city, Insomniac Spider-Man has raised the bar for all games in the action, hero, superhero category, and it is my distinct pleasure, as a converted superhero fan myself, to accept this award for Best Action Adventure Game in 2018.
Now, shooting games have always been around in the gaming stratosphere and almost always have been controversial. Some see them as exploitation of violence and warping the minds of our youth. Some see it as a way to release or to experience these grand battles throughout history. The nominees for Shooter Game of the Year are
Battlefield 5 by EA Dice, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 by Treyarch, Fortnite Battle Royale by Epic Games, Destiny 2 Forsaken by Bungie, and Overwatch by Blizzard Entertainment.
And the award for Shooter Game of the Year goes to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 by Treyarch. And accepting on behalf of Treyarch, co-host of the PlayStation Experience podcast, Justin Pickard.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Wow, so unexpected. Thank you so much. Wow. For those of you who don't know, my name is Justin Pickard, one of the co-hosts of PSXP. Now, when Treyarch told me that I would be going to the PSVG award show, in case they happen to win an award, I said, thanks. I want to thank the whole team at Treyarch. They are still at the office working very hard on Blackout mode, since apparently Battle Royale is the only mode that matters anymore. I also want to thank the mute all players option. Now I don't have to hear a 12-year-old tell me how fat my mama is. Of course, I also have to thank Activision. They stood behind the game and told them, make a Battle Royale mode, or you're done. No, seriously. They just told them that Call of Duty is still their favorite kid. Guess what? Destiny is just their annoying ex-wife's kid, who they helped raise. Get out of here, Bungie. You're not my kid anymore. All jokes aside, thank you for voting Black Ops 4 for Shooter of the Year of 2018. I personally think they did an amazing job. They created a Battle Royale mode that is accessible for most players, but also very fitting for the Call of Duty fan base. Multiplayer is at the best it's ever been, and of course, Zombies is still there for the people that play Zombies. Thanks again. I will bring this award back to the team at Treyarch, and I'm sure they will display it in front of the bathroom. Thank you. Bye.
We all, I think, can agree that gaming is best when we share it with friends. Whether we're battling it out Mario versus Bowser, whether we're going on covert operations, or whether we're doing some sweet dance moves in Fortnite. These are the multiplayer Game of the Year nominees.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 by Treyarch, Destiny 2 Forsaken by Bungie, Fortnite by Epic Games, Overtook 2 by Ghost Town Games, and Diablo 3 by Blizzard Entertainment. The multiplayer Game of the Year award goes to Overcooked 2 by Ghost Town Games.
And accepting on behalf of Ghost Town Games is co-host of the Board with Video Games podcast, Kyle Heyman.
Who would have thought that us, the humble team at Ghost Town Games with our publishing partners at Team 17, would have created the multiplayer game of the year in the eyes of PSV? It's humbling, it's amazing, but when you really sit back and think about it, it's well deserved. Because I mean, think about it. Our game is about cooking. Who doesn't like to eat? Everyone loves food. Food is amazing. Food is so good. Like, I love food. You love food. So we made a game about food. And you know what? We made it cooperative. Why? Because you like sitting on the couch and playing with people. It's great. And if you're going to have to do something with your partner, you might as well do something fun, like play a video game. And the best part about our game is that in our game, you get to yell at your partner, and it's totally okay because they're not listening to what you're supposed to be doing. And you're telling them that, hey, the next pizza is supposed to have pineapple on it, and they're like, pineapple, where's the pineapple? And then you're pointing to the screen, and you're like, the pineapple's up there. But anyway, I digress. We are very honored to take home the title for best multiplayer game. You could have given it to any of those big budget games out there, the Call of Duties, the Rainbow Six Sieges, the Overwatches, but no, the folks at PSVG, they're folks of defined taste, and they like to award games not based on their budgets, but based on their quality and the fun that you have. When we made Overcooked 2, we wanted to create a game that was fun for an individual, fun for a family, and fun for couples to get together and have a grand old time. And we couldn't be more humbled that PSVG has recognized all of the hard work. We thank you so much.
Here is the moment some of us have waited so long for. A chance for the giants of the gridiron, the behemoths of the basketball court, the titans of sports gaming. The nominees for Sports Game of the Year are
Madden 19 by EA Sports, FIFA 19 by EA Sports, NHL 19 by EA Sports, NBA 2K19 by 2K Sports, WW 2K19 by 2K Sports, MLB The Show 19 by Sony Interactive.
And the winner for Sports Game of the Year is Madden 19 by EA Sports. And accepting on behalf of EA is, of course, co-host of the PSVG OT, Coach Mo himself.
I'd like to thank you for introducing me, and I especially want to thank Madden 19 for allowing me to accept this award on their behalf. Madden 19 is not only the greatest game ever made, but it's one of the greatest sports games ever made. And I am so honored and grateful to see the number one best-sellingest game of all. To see the number two best. To see one of the games that sells games on games to be recognized for its awesome footballiness. And I understand that there are other people out there that think Madden 19 isn't the greatest. And to them, I say, if they're not the greatest, then why do my Bears win the Super Bowl every time I play it? Huh? Why? Why do they not miss field goals in the last 10 seconds to lose? Because Madden 19 is the best, and you will remember that. They're number one. Bear down.
Now, we are here all gathered to celebrate the gaming industry, the triumphs, the successes. But let's be honest, not everything goes exactly the way it's planned. Sometimes we are disappointed. And sometimes it's just that infamous gamer entitlement that we all know and love. But here are the nominees for our biggest letdown of 2018.
The closing of Telltale Thieves, the Far Cry 5 ending, Nintendo's online service, Fallout 76, and We Happy Few. And the award for biggest letdown of the year goes to Sea of Thieves.
And accepting on behalf of Rare as co-host of the Xbox Drive, Sean Capri. And accepting on behalf of Sean Capri, who was accepting on behalf of Rare, is me. Now, Sea of Thieves was, when it was first unveiled, it got a lot of gamers really excited. It had such potential, such promise of epic battles across the open sea, being a pirate, living out those fantasies you might have as a kid, pretending you're Jack Sparrow, if you will, and kind of conquering treasures and, just epic battles. And when the game came out, it was anything but epic. While it was fun for a small amount of time playing with friends or, sabotaging other people's ships or stealing stuff from them, it was amusing at best. It wasn't the grandiose adventure we were promised. And hopefully, Rare is hard at work and they do continue to do updates and releases for Sea of Thieves. And hopefully, pun intended, the ship hasn't sailed on Sea of Thieves, and we will eventually get to that game that we were initially promised. But for now, I think it's safe to say we were a little bit left down. But we go from failures and opportunities to the hype train, which gamers love. Anytime we get a sniff of something big and awesome happening, we're all about it. So, with that being said, the 2019 Hype Award, what we're most excited for, the nominees are
Anthem by BioWare, Kingdom Hearts 3 by Square Enix, The Outer Worlds by Obsidian, Animal Crossing from Nintendo, Resident Evil 2 Remake by Capcom, Fire Emblem 3 Houses by Nintendo. And the award goes to Anthem by BioWare.
And accepting on behalf of BioWare is Dev and Coach from the OT. I guess that explains why Coach has kind of been standing on the stage since he did the sports game award. It's been kind of awkward, but hey, this works out. So yeah, take it away, guys.
But
hey, you know what?
What's up?
I just got some news in. I just got something that just came in right now.
All right.
I just found out that we're accepting the award for the most hype game of 2019 as deemed by PSVG, which is Anthem.
Oh my goodness. That's huge.
I'm just so esteemed to be able to accept this award. We all know the Anthem hype is high with me.
Yeah. You get to be your own Iron Man. I'm going to be in a Hulkbuster suit. Like that's the whole plan. Now, on behalf of my part of the OT, I want to say thank you to everybody who voted for Anthem, who understands how great the Anthem is. I really want to shout out all the people who played Madden 19 and understand that playing Madden 19 is just like playing Anthem because they're both games, and they have people that in suits and with helmets, and that's very important to know. But most of all, something about not stopping gaming. Kevin should accept the award. Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm from Boston. Way to go to the Pats. How you like them apples? Anthem's a video game. Bah. That's how Kevin sounds to me.
So, yeah, on my half of the OT, we just want to appreciate and just accept that award and say thank you. Anthem, we're coming for you in a month. We're going to make Donnie shoot things in the face because his aim is pretty terrible. So, no, Donnie, you can't just punch everything. You're going to have to use your gun and aim for the head. Beautiful. Anthem 2019.
We are so good at acceptance speeches. We should win more stuff.
I mean, we should. We absolutely should. I want to win. I want to win all the things.
Now, you can't have an award show named the Donnies without having a special category for Donnie. And I mean that literally. We aren't allowed to not have this category, as Donnie is the boss and founder. We are contractually obligated to do this. Now, if you've been listening long enough, Donnie's an interesting guy. He has interesting tastes, and he likes what he likes. So with that being said, the nominees for Donnie Game of the Year are
Ashen, Below, Call of Cthulhu, Fire Pro Wrestling, and Conan Exile. And the award for the Donnie goes to the Conan Exile.
Of course, accepting the Donnie Game of the Year is the host of Nintendo Shack, Donnie Reese.
Come again for Big Fudge? No. What the f*** are you talking about? How could this be the choice? What even is this? What is the Donnie Award? And why is this? Who voted for this? Is this a joke? Like, this has got to be a joke. This is Dev and Kevin playing a joke, right? Because I mean, I didn't even play this game. How could this possibly? I don't understand. What's going on?
Oh, come on, Donnie. You didn't play any of these games? You're too modest. We all know you enjoyed the ability to manipulate the size of your character's equipment. Conan Exiles? Anyway, moving on. We, of course, now had to honor our dear friend Coach Mo. Now, Coach is often considered an outsider of the group, I think. Or at least he feels that way. Coach Mo, like Donnie, likes what he likes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Clearly, what he likes is not as weird or unusual as what Donnie likes, so hey, it's a plus there. But anyway, the Coach Mo Award nominees are
Madden 19, 2K19 The Prelude, Madden 19, NBA 2K19 The Prelude, and Madden 19.
And the winner for the Coach Mo Award goes to Madden 19. And accepting on behalf of Coach Mo, on behalf of EA for Madden 19, is Coach Mo's co-host, Dev.
Wow, I wasn't expecting this. It's so unexpected. Oh man, this is great. Madden 19, it finally gets the recognition it deserves. It's Coach Mo's Game of the Year. It's Coach Mo Award of the Year. It's deserving of so much praise and yet gets so little. But I'm just glad that we can finally sit back and actually just revel in the awesomeness that is Madden 19. Whether you want to play through a story mode and, gain some glory, or whether you want to just knock around some people on the gridiron, Madden 19 does all of that. And if you've heard any of our commercials, it's more than just a football game. It's a game with friends. It's an RPG. It's an amazing storyteller. It's got a little bit of everything for you. So if you haven't picked it up, I'm sure it's on sale right now. So go pick up Madden 19.
And there you have it. So we are winding down, reaching the end of our show here. We've given out so many awards, recognized so many different things, but it's time for the big one, everybody. And many podcasts and industry award their Game of the Year being the best Game of the Year. We want to clarify, at Play Some Video Games, we do something a little different. It's our favorite Game of the Year. The nominees for Play Some Video Games' favorite Game of the Year are
God of War by Sony Santa Monica, Red Dead Redemption 2 by Rockstar Games, Spider-Man by Insomniac Games, FIFA 19 by EA Sports, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate by Nintendo, and Far Cry 5 by Ubisoft. And the PSVG favorite Game of the Year goes to Spider-Man by Insomniac Games.
And accepting on behalf of Insomniac Games for Spider-Man is, well, me. Spider-Man was, for me, personally, my favorite Game of the Year. It finally gave me the ability to encapsulate what it meant to be a Marvel hero in the best ways possible. From great writing to storytelling to mechanics to even the soundtrack itself. This game was just pumping on all cylinders and made it a great experience for any gamer, regardless of your taste, should play this game and give it a shot because it truly is a fantastic game. Was it the best looking game we've seen this generation this year? No. Is it the longest game? No. But it did everything it did in a great little package. I enjoyed every moment of it. And I mean, come on, we don't see Marvel win very often in anything. I mean, they don't make big sales. They're not doing really well. A lot of people don't know who they are. Everybody's talking Aquaman right now. So it's good to see Marvel take one home. Congratulations, Spider-Man, on being Play Some Video Games Game of the Year. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and joining us in the first annual Donnie Awards for Play Some Video Games. Before we go, Dev, is there anything you'd like to say to the crowd?
It was a great time. We saw some amazing winners. We had to bow down to some gracious losers. We saw some awesome shirts. We saw some awesome outfits. The sun was still shining when we were finished. It was a warm, balmy 70 degrees out here. A warm, balmy 60 degrees out here today. And it was just a good time. I'm glad we were able to get this done. The Donnies are an amazing thing, and I can't wait to be here for the next one.
Absolutely. And these statues are bigger than they seem, and they're actually kind of heavy. So this is nice. But thank you, everybody at home, for joining us and tuning in. We appreciate you. So for myself and my co-host Devin Tyus, we ask as always here that you folks never stop gaming.
This has been a PSVG production. Any music, sound effects, or the like is owned by their respective copyright holders. No infringement is intended. The views expressed in this production are those of the individual contributor and may not necessarily reflect PSVG. This production may not be repurposed, reused, or redistributed without the express written consent of PSVG. PSVG is powered by patrons at patreon.com/PSVG. Become a patron to get special perks, including access to exclusive content.